Al, it is an episode this week.
Sure is an episode.
A lot of Kikyo this week, which is
But
unfortunate.
get some more intro to philosophy stuff.
Shut up, Kikyo.
Shut up.
Go away.
Bleh.
Anyways, yes. Hello, welcome to this week's episode. Jared now watching Inuyasha is episode 111. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Al and Lady
Howdy.
That threw me off. This is season 4, episode 27 or episode 109, and it is called "Hidden in the Mist: Onward to Mount Hakurei." We're Naruto now.
What? Why?
Well, there's the village hidden in the mist in Naruto.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
but it's not like this. There's no tanks
D-
just running around, and Kikyo's not there.
Questionable art quality sometimes.
Questionable. I mean, there could also be questionable art quality. Both are long running series, so
No, that's true. That's true. It was just a very noticeable dip in art quality this week.
yeah. We get a recap of last week's episode where Suikosu turned into Suikotsu.
Who turned into Suikotsu?
Yep.
Suikotsu, but spiky.
Yes, Suikotsu. He turned into Goku Suikotsu.
He did.
Suigoku.
Suikoku.
And then he fights Inuyasha. They have a close quarters combat fight where Suikotsu's Wolverine claws come in use here, and he's like, slices up Inuyasha a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But the children show back up, and it causes Suikotsu to have a
Struggle a little bit.
conflict within himself. Him in himself. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other band of seven is like, well, this is unfortunate. Let's do some things. So they charge their tank towards Kikyo, and they got to get Kikyo out of the way, or else she gets squished, which wouldn't have been a terrible thing, really. But
Would not have been a terrible thing. And at one point, Moroku's like, "Oh yeah, I can't use my wind tunnel yet." And both of us are like, "Huh?
I'm pretty sure
Did
they
they address
mentioned that
this?"
last week or something, but I do not remember.
I don't remember that. I assume it has something to do with the poison
Or just
that he's
plot
still
reasons.
recovering. I mean, like Moroku gets to use his wind tunnel like maybe like once every 30
Or if
episodes,
it's filler.
or if it's filler, then he can use it. It's
Yeah.
fine.
So yeah, they're trying to figure out a way to get Kikyo free of the tank's path, and Moroku breaks free of the fire thanks to Sango. And at the last minute, he's able to run in there and get her and grab her out of there. But they're like, oh, by the way, the tank wasn't going for Kikyo. Ha ha ha. We're going for the
Ah,
children. We're going to murder them.
yay! Wait.
Uh, Kagome, that's the name I'm looking for, teaches everyone about what a split personality is.
Mm-hmm.
This is very nice. But yeah, Jakotsu's going to kill the kids, but then Suikotsu's like, no, don't kill the kids. And they're like, oh, we're too close to Mount Hakurei. That's why he's not fully Suigoku yet. So we gotta get out of here. All right, later. And then Kikyo's still just out cold. They look at her soul collectors just running into a barrier and dying, and they're like, well, that seems bad. And Kagome's very sad because she's like, oh, Inuyasha's paying attention to Kikyo, but also we should get her away from this place so she can regain consciousness. And Moroku's like, I'll pick her up and take her. And she's like, no, Inuyasha's gotta do it.
Which, why?
She wants herself to suffer more. She is a teenager.
I guess. And then Moroku and Song were like chatting about it behind her back, and she's like, "Can we not talk about this right
And they're like,
now?"
oh, sorry. My bee.
Shippo's like, "This is scary."
So yeah, they take Kikyo to a tree, and then the soul collectors are like, blip, 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 blip.
And
Dropping
then she
souls
becomes
back in her.
philosophy major again.
She's like, hello, I am awake. Hey, what's up?
Good is evil, evil is good.
Yeah, shut up. But
Bleh.
yeah, she teaches us about Mount Hakurei, which is, it's purifying the land and everything, and that's why people with demonic auras can't go near it or anything like that, and that's why Suikotsu was able to stay there for so long in his non-Suigoku form, because the mountain was purifying him, so he was fine.
Mhm.
That's why he was struggling to stay in his other form here. Uh, so they're like, yeah, we should go to Mount Hakurei, I guess, and figure out what's going on there. It's real weird. And they're like, you want to come with us, Kikyo? She's like, yeah, I'm going to stay here with the kids because I'm pretty sure you saw I can't go there. Like, are you paying attention, my dude? Meanwhile, Kagome the whole time just like looking the other way, like, I don't want to look at this.
I'm sad.
I'm sad. Uh-oh. Then we see the episode. There's a fade to black, and we thought the episode was over, but no, it's just we go to the next day where everyone's running, and Inuyasha's like, "Hey, why is Kagome riding with Sango? That's weird." And Broku's like, "Bro, she's not having a good time since last night and everything. You should probably just like leave her be and just like give her some space and everything, and everything will work out in the end." And Inuyasha immediately is like, "No, I'm not gonna listen to that. Hey Kikyo, or excuse me, hey Kagome." That would have made things way worse.
That would make things so much.
Hey Kagome, what's wrong? Why are you mad at me? What's going on? Why are you ignoring me? And she's like, "Shut up, leave me alone."
Go away.
And he's just like, runs right back behind Moroku, who's like, okay. And then like they stop, and then they leave the two of them by themselves for some reason.
Yeah.
Which is weird. And then you're just like, why are you mad at me? I don't understand why you're mad at me. And I didn't do anything wrong. Things are very weird. I don't know why you're mad at me. And she's like,
we should just talk this out.
yeah. And she's like, look, I get you and Kikyo have a thing. I'm trying to look past it because I want to, keep going with you and everything. I'm just going to pretend that yesterday didn't happen, and that's going to be it. And she's like,
painful.
Okay. And then she's like, oh, by the way, leave me alone. And he's like, well, I knew you were mad at me. I knew it. And then he just gets flung into the ground repeatedly over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Sit.
And Moroku, Sango, and Shippo are just like, ooh. And Moroku's just like, I told him to leave her be. And he's like, yeah, you were right.
Yeah, Shippo was like, owie, that looks like it hurts.
And then the band of seven are just roaming through on their tank, and what's-his-face shows up. Kohaku. They're like, oh, we got to meet up with Kohaku. I guess we got to go meet our leader, our other brother.
Our leader.
Bankotsu. And the band of seven will be back at full strength, right?
Minus a few.
Band of five now.
Band of five. Sure.
And that's how we end our episode. Of course, we got a lot of notes here, surprisingly.
No, these are a lot of notes. Holy crap.
Once again, Kagome's upbringing in the modern era gives her intellectual insight into events of the past. In instances, she's familiar with psychological condition, or with the psychological condition commonly known as split personality syndrome.
Cool.
This is the first instance in which Kagome activates the sit command with any word other than osuware, the sit command used for dogs. In this case, it's baka. Note, this is for the Japanese version only. The English dub did not do this. Though Jakotsu does kill children, it's shown he has no taste for it. He expresses verbally that he feels uncomfortable about it. And instead of toying with and scaring and torturing the children as he normally does with his victims, he promises that it will be quick. Although just as he's about to do it, he has a sadistic grin.
Oh my god.
After Kikyo regains consciousness, she addresses Kagome as an equal, as a Miko. Not elite though.
No, not an elite one.
Later, when Inuyasha,
not a baby one either.
Yeah. Later, when Inuyasha asks Kikyo what she plans to do, she mentally notes that Kagome feels awkward with her around and realizes that going with him would make things even more uncomfortable for Kagome as well. Her sudden acknowledgement of Kagome's powers and sympathy for Kagome's feelings is born out of their ordeal inside the belly of the Priestess Eater, an adventure in which Kagome fought hard for both their lives and refused to abandon Kikyo to her second death, even at her own insistence. That was a thing, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's the thing, I guess?
If Inuyasha has been so desperate for the Tetsaiga, he could have just used his sheath to summon it as he did in Faithful Night and Togenkyo Part 1, which was episode 57.
Oh, I guess we forgot that we could do that.
This episode shows just how the supernatural elements at work in Inuyasha are not perceived by normal people. The children in the village cannot see the souls that burst from Kikyo and did not understand why she would not awaken. Although everyone else present could see the Soul Eaters trying to enter the barrier and being repelled, the children took no notice of it. Despite having lost hold of Tetsaiga during the previous episode, Inuyasha does not transform into his demon form during his battle with Suikotsu. This may be due to either the effect of Mount Hakurei's barrier or because Inuyasha's life was not really in danger because Suikotsu is only a human and not very strong and therefore not much of a threat, or we just forgot.
Or we just forgot, which seems like a couple of things happened here.
I think that's the more likely scenario.
With the forgetting.
Definitely we just don't really need to do this right now.
For plot reasons.
For plot reasons, of course. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
And we got a new ending.
We did get a new ending. It is definitely a different kind of ending than we have been used to for the most part so far.
Yeah, I told you there's a big tonal shift with this ending.
Mm-hmm. It's got more of like an opening feel than an ending feel.
It does. It reminds me a lot of the openings that Inuyasha gets. But no, it's an ending.
It is indeed an ending. Yeah, it is very upbeat and everything for sure.
Like I said, I was listening to it on the train the other day.
Well, there you go.
I love that song.
But yeah, next time we will be discussing episode 110. It's called Enter Bankotsu, the leader of the Band in 7. He's got to go get his big old sword that is called Indistinct.
Indistinct.
We don't know what it is. We couldn't hear him say that, so who knows what that actually is. But yeah, we'll meet our final Band of 7 member next week.
Yay!
But that's going to do it for us this week. So if you would like more from us, head on over to seasonalamecheckup.com or sec.cool. That's where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Season Llama Checkup OVA. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Ann Ladium, go to annladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. Follow us on Blue Sky at seasonalamecheckup.com. And you can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, a critical analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, Hot Tubs, and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. So join us next week as we meet Bankotsu.